On January 26, David Kato, a gay rights activist in Uganda, was found murdered in his home. He was one of the founding members of Sexual Minorities Uganda and considered a father of Uganda's LGBT rights movement. The 46-year-old teacher was bludgeoned in the head with a hammer just 3 months after a Ugandan tabloid published his name and photograph exposing him and 100 other Ugandan citizens as homosexual with the headline of "Hang Them." U.S. President Barack Obama, U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, and the European Union condemned the murder of David Kato and urged the government of Uganda to investigate the killing and hold the perpetrators accountable. Gay rights activists in cities around the world held rallies and memorials in honor of the slain gay rights activist.
It's very important for gays and our allies here in San Francisco to come out in the street and protest about the murder of David Kato, to first of all send a message to the Ugandan government that we will not be silent when our brothers and sisters are murdered. And the second reason we have to come out and be very visible with our solidarity is because it's a way to show support to the other gay and lesbian people in Uganda who face tremendous trouble.
And we shall not allow his voice to be silenced. As long as one of us can say there is more that unites us that could ever keep us apart, his memory will be alive, his work will be kept alive, and all that he was passionate about will be kept alive. We say this day, we will stop the violence, we will stop the hate by embracing love and embracing peace. Let peace begin with each one of us.
The murder happened 15 months after a bill was introduced into the Parliament of Uganda calling for the death penalty of homosexuals. The legislation to this day is still pending.
The worst violence comes when a government institutionalizes hate into law. The Ugandan government is about to do just that, and we cannot allow that to happen.
I think that the hostilities will certainly increase. I think that fear would drive gay people underground. It would also not just jeopardize their safety and well-being, but also harm efforts to stop AIDS in Uganda. Uganda has a horrible HIV problem. So there will be stigma and hatred that would come out if such a law got passed.
And I have a message for you, Mr. Bahati. We will stop the violence. It will not happen. We will stop the violence. No more gays, no more lesbians, and no more transgender people, queer identified, will be killed in your country if we have anything to do with it. 18 hours after he called me, 18 hours, David Kato was dead.
The caller mentioned in Melanie Nathan's speech was David Bahati, a member of the Ugandan Parliament who submitted the anti-homosexuality bill in October 2009.
David Bahati told me on the phone that Uganda is a sovereign country and therefore it's entitled to make any laws that it wants. He also told me that he does not consider homosexuality a human right. I said, Mr. Bahati, you had told Rachel Maddow on her show that you would be sending her evidence to prove that the gay people are recruiting homosexuals in the schools and harming the children. And as far as I know, we've had no publication of that kind of evidence. Would you be so kind, sir, as to please send me the evidence that you have to show that? He responded and said to me, why don't I go on the internet and research it for myself? And I said, no, sir. I said, that is your evidence. You're the one who's making the assertion, and we in America are waiting to see it. And you know, obviously it's not there. What scares me is, especially in the wake of David Kato's death, is that they could feasibly manufacture something.
I don't trust anything that the Ugandan police force or politicians have to say about this murder. I think they have been too complicit in stirring up the hatred against gay people.
In fact, I wouldn't put it past them. I'm convinced that David Kato's death, notwithstanding any spin they might put on it, was definitely a hit and ordered. and that he was murdered in the name of hate and against homosexuality.
Gays Without Borders and myself, we feel that we can do a lot to shine attention on the problems of our gay brothers and sisters around the world.
We should be very concerned because hate in somebody else's front yard is hate in our front yard. We're a global people.
In San Francisco, this is Raymond Donald Hong for Outlook Video.
There's video online of the commotion that marred the funeral of gay activist David Kato. Go to youtube.com and search for David Kato Burial.
For extra segments and archive past programs, go to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/outlookvideo.
And friend us at Facebook at facebook.com/outlookvideo.
Outlook Video is made possible by donations from our viewers like you and talented volunteers behind the camera, whose name you'll see as we close.
We close with the San Francisco Rally in memory of David Kato. Sister Phyllis with the Light of Day of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence leads the group as they sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. For all of us here at Outlook Video, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again next month. Good night.
Good night.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll